Good morning. Welcome to the morning chat here on Instagram Live and YouTube. How are you all doing this morning? Happy July 12th, Tuesday. No morning announcements that I can think of at this moment. I hope you all had a restful sleep today. Um, ooh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Um, so this morning has been a very interesting morning. I woke up with my mind already ticking, child. Let's go with morning announcements. Morning announcements, there's no official morning announcements. No morning announcements. Honestly, I have not got to to edit and upload my morning chats to YouTube yet, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that this evening. hmm But I do have a topic that I want to talk about. I want to talk about some money. I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about credit. This is something that especially my community suffers from. I, I don't know why I put on my glasses. I I put my glasses on only because I take it off because I don't like the reflection of the ring light in my glasses. To be honest with you, it's distracting to me. Um, but yes. Um, I'm gonna think, is there any other morning announcements? So those, God's willing, I will edit Monday and today's and upload it today. I feel like I probably don't have too much to edit for today and yesterday because they went kind of smoothly. Um, hey, there's something in my eye because it's causing a blurriness. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? So there we go. I found it. I'm gonna talk about finances, but I'm gonna do something real quick that aunties of a certain age may have to deal with, especially again for my community, and that is take my blood pressure because I haven't taken it yet. I've already taken my medication. I've already taken my main medication. I haven't taken the fluid pill, but I have taken my main medication. But I haven't taken my blood pressure because I'm supposed to monitor my blood pressure. So, you know what? I'm going to be an example. Now, I was really blessed with this blood pressure monitor from the last lady that I was renting a room from. She was having increased blood pressure, and I mean, she was older. She's much older, black woman like myself. Um, and her insurance paid for her to get a more accurate one. She gave me this wrist one. I mean, it's just good to just have a blood pressure machine in your home as black people, just so you can at least monitor. Okay, you have a headache, you might want to check your blood pressure. So the way this one works is I put it around my wrist with the machine on top. Like on the inside, this is a good lesson for y'all. In here, you can't see it, but right here, there is something in the machine that is going to take your pulse and your pressure. So that's why it's important to put it here on your wrist, like so. FYI, I did go to school for a brief moment for medical assistant certification, but then I changed it to medical billing and coding because I'm just better at administrative stuff. Well, I feel I don't know if I can deal with someone cussing me out and talking to me in all kinds of ways. So and we're supposed to put it on the container you keep it in. You see that it's indented like that. That is for you to put your wrist here. Now the purpose of that is so that your wrist is elevated to heart level. You know, my excuse my boobage, but it's on at least heart level. So what I'm going to do is press start, ball my fist up, and I don't do it tight. I just ball my fist up. So you're just not gonna do it, and then it starts working. Now it's important that you stay still and calm. Okay. It is a little high, but the diastolic is lower than the top. The low number is lower than the note. So I'm going to reveal the reality. So get ready. So then it shows your blood pressure, the top number, below number. The below number is really important because that really, like, if it's above 80, you are high blood pressure. But because my top number is 145, it's still a high blood pressure. Okay. And then it also tells you your pulse on the side that I have. My heart is beating at 88 beats per minute. So that's a lot of beats for me to not really be, doing a lot. I forgot what the normal beats per minute is. We're gonna look that up. Maybe what we're gonna do is talk about blood pressure. So what I do is I have a chart which I can't show you right now that I created so that I can turn into my primary care physician, and I have on it when my meds are taken. I took them at 5:30 this morning. Then I put in 145 over 77, 88 per minute blood pressure. And then I also do it in the evening. So it's really that easy. Now how accurate is it? The blood pressure cuff where you put it around your arm is known to be the most accurate, and of course the electronic ones, it just depends on if you're using it correctly. I question is like that 145, and I just pretty much just can't got up. I didn't haven't even sipped my coffee, and my heartbeat is at. So I'm interested. This is just the intro to hold on. There we go. I'm interested in what is the normal blood pressure. Okay, I don't want that. I forgot. It's been a while. It's over 3 years since I was in school for medical billing and coding. Okay, so it's a pretty normal heart rate. 60 to 100 beats per minute is normal for a woman. Okay, a normal resting heart rate. So I'm in there, but I am on the high end. And as me being, it says, what's normal heart for an athlete? Funny enough, but for an athlete, it's actually normal to be a lower heart rate between 40 and 60 beats per minute because you're active. Your body is used to being active. But if you're, not active, your resting heartbeat will be 60 to 100. And that's also the thing is, for an adult is 60 to 100. Is, I mean, as you can tell, I ain't thin. I'm not thin by far. Okay. But I'm definitely on the high end when it comes to it. Now, when I move, um, I said, instead of at rest with activity, what's the normal heart rate? So it says subtract my age from 220. For example, you can calculate your maximum heart rate by subtracting your age from 220. So I am 50 years old. So just a rough, I'm sitting a bit in my head, doing it in my head. Child, child, Akara, 12, 3, 4, 5. So 170 if I'm active. That is my maximum heart rate. 170 would be my maximum heart rate. Like if I'm going above 170 for a maximum heart rate, it says, for example, if you're 45 years old, subtract 45 from 220 to get a maximum rate of 175, right? This is the average maximum number of times your heart should beat per minute during exercise. So last week I played kickball. My heart, when I got home and did my evening, okay, my heart rate was at 110. So, and I was like, oh, Lord, Lord, that just seems so big. And then now I'm looking like, oh, that ain't nothing. But I'm pretty sure when I was playing, okay, my heartbeat was like, girl, what you doing? You 50. Okay. So, but I would have to get back into a regular exercise if I want to bring my heart rate down. So, hey, don't come for me. Pray for me. I really, but I'll be honest with you. I am so not active. I just go home. Especially ever since the pandemic, I just go to work and I come home and I come on here and I don't do anything. Kickball is my attempt to get myself. But now I put on my glasses and I ain't reading a thing. Thank you, Lord, that I can read and I'm not completely blind without my glasses. Thank you, Jesus. So, anyway, the main topic that we're going to get into is talking about finances. So, in the spirit of authenticity, I'm behind on certain things because I was preparing to minimize my outgoing finances. So, certain unnecessary payments I wasn't paying. Facts. Now, might be helpful if I would have contacted my creditors and said, look, I'm about to be on a limited budget, honey, and I'm not going to be able to pay y'all. Bomb, bomb, bomb. But I ain't do that. I ain't do that. I just didn't pay them. I said, just don't pay them. Okay. And I have this theory that I am never, and it's gotten better, never If a creditor sends my debt to a collection agency, you can forget about me paying it. I'm not paying it because paying off a collection debt, it really doesn't help your credit. It doesn't help your credit. Once they sell your debt to a collection agency, um, it doesn't help your credit. Unless, and I looked up, I said, is it even beneficial for me to pay it off? Because a lot of these creditors are quick to sell your debt to a collection agency. And it seems to me, it's like, doesn't make any sense. Because anybody who understands collections, you can pay it off, but it'll still sit on your credit for that 7 years. And don't let it go to a lawsuit. If you put it and you want to garnish my wages and everything, I mean, the only way I'm gonna pay it back is if you garnish it. You garnish my wages. No, I don't want to ever get to that because then it's out of your control. So you never want to get to that point. Okay. And usually people that garnish your wages is usually something really big. I've had my wages garnished and I don't even remember what it was that I owed that got garnished. What? I got garnished for this? you know. But yeah, I mean, some are as petty as 50 cents. Okay, oh, you gonna pay this debt, but most of them will sell it to a collection agency, and they will attempt to get collections out of you, and some will go to court. Once it goes there, and you have to collect it like that, or if it's a court situation, it's like that's the only way you're gonna get that money. And then what happens when I don't? What, you're gonna collect it from my bank? What if there's no money in my bank? So then it's like, okay, well, so I would suggest, think of them like your creditors. First of all, never, don't go there. The way I got out of control is I started getting my credit score start. I was almost at 700. I was almost at 700. And then I started like, oh, and then of course, once your credit score start rising, people start saying, you can get that loan. You can get this. And I fell for it again. But you know what? I did better than I did in my 20s. I did better than I did in my 30s. And I'm going to get it right, you know, because I'm a woman of God and we don't skip out on our debts. That we just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm going to work out something. Hopefully, I have a plan. I prayed about it. God is going to say, do this or do that. Another thing is trying to do stuff. I mean, you can't live your life having to pay bills. Sometimes you just going to have to make plans to do something because I'm going on vacation this year. Okay. I'm going. You look in my eyes. I'm going on vacation. Debts be damned. I'm going on vacation. I'm getting on a plane and I'm flying west. And I'm going to land in Vegas. And I'm going to have a good time for about 3 days. And then I'm going to come back rested and ready. All right? You hear me? You hear me? I mean that. I'm going to come back rested and ready. Okay? I'm going to work something out. I just hope that my creditors, my debts would just work with me because you can stress yourself out trying to pay all these people, and these debtors don't care. If you die today, guess what's going to happen? So is that debt. How are you going to pay them? You can't pay them in the afterlife. Okay? I'm not saying be irresponsible, but I am saying choose yourself. Go on a vacation. If you need to fly away, work it out. Now I might have to postpone when I want to do go on vacation, but it will be happening. I am going to be poolside in Vegas before it gets cold there. Okay, before it gets cold. Okay, but I'm going to make also better financial choices as well. Okay, maybe because this vacation is what I need to get myself together and do it. But me and God is going to work it out. God is going to work it out for me when it comes to that. We shall see. Now, also, that is all I have for you. I also go live on Facebook as I drive into work. I have exchanged Instagram for Facebook because I go live here in my home. But on the way to work, I go. I was being nosy. Y'all was like, what is she looking at? Being nosy, looking out my picturesque window here, being nosy. My neighbor, I don't know what happened to his arm. I have no idea what happened to his arm. But, I hope he's okay. I just see him struggling along, and it looks like do he have two children? He has two booster seats. And this little old Miata little car, looking car. And he's putting that in there, in this little two-seater car. And I know he ain't going to pick up his daughter. I know he's not going to pick up his daughter. And I promise you, he is bad. Monique would have a good old, she'd be tapping him on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Why are you wearing your bonnet? Because he has locks like me. Well, maybe not like me. He has more Rasta locks. And he covers his locks. And it's like it's a man bonnet. It's not a do-rag. It's like a locks bonnet because it's long. And I would love to see him without that damn thing on going outside in public. I'm being a little bit of a Monique. Am I judging him? No, not really. Because I also realize guys with locks, and if you're really Rasta, they tend to cover them up. They put them up into a covering. But anyway, but that's all I have. If you are on Facebook, go ahead and follow me live. Oh, can I give a note to the Mr. Nasty that slid into my comments? Baby, it costs to talk to me. And based off your name, Nasty, okay, I'm gonna just give you this note. You slide into my DMs. Oh, it's going to cost you only fan prices, okay? And I'm not talking about for a subscription, okay? Okay, it's going to cost. It costs moolah, okay? You're sitting in there, just sitting in there in my and I'm not responding. When I do respond, I'm going to respond with my Cash App. This is where you can send my money if you want my time, okay? Because I got a empire to build. I don't got time to be talking to you. And Davis, boo, I love you. You a really cool guy, but you too. I don't have all day to be yakking it up with you. I love you. I love you, and I love that you support my channel. I love all y'all, real honestly. I love everybody, and I appreciate all that watches this later on because right now it is a desert in my comments and in my viewership right now. But it's gonna be all right because I'm gonna keep on coming. Keep on coming. I'm gonna keep coming here. I'm consistent. Y'all like, have y'all seen this chick on so and so? I'm gonna say something controversial. Something's gonna go viral. It's gonna be controversial, but y'all be like, damn, but she right. She right. That's what y'all gonna say. That's what you're gonna say. Now, if you like this content, please like it and share on your pages. YouTube, share, like, subscribe. If you want better content, if you have a subject you want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Slide into my DMs and say, girl, did you hear about bang, bang, bang? And I noticed there ain't nobody talking about the new black woman justice. U.S. Supreme Justice. Nobody's talking about that. But y'all want to talk about how Biden can't speak on camera, can't read. He's like, you're reading, no, you're talking about how he's falling off the bike, but y'all not talking about how he nominated a black woman justice. It's a contingent. Oh, I'm about to call her wrong. Miss Brown Jackson, or is it Miss Jackson Brown? Okay, okay, y'all, come on. But y'all gonna talk about how he can't ride a bike and he's falling off bikes. Okay. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Remember, love yourself. Love your neighbors. And stay authentic. Y'all have a good evening. Good day. And remember, also remember, those of you who have T-Mobile Tuesday. Get in on it. I'm about to get this. I've been getting 25 cents off a gallon per every 2 weeks. Every week with T-Mobile Tuesday. But you have to go to Shell. You have to have few rewards. But they'll show you how to download it. Anyway, bye.